About 1.4 million Americans applied for unemployment benefits once again last week. The new data just released. It is, of course, a discouraging sign. Workers have now filed more than 52 million initial jobless claims since layoffs spiked in mid-March, according to the New York Post, suggesting about a third of the American labor force has been out of work at some point during the pandemic. Lawmakers are still trying to hash out what to do, whether to extend that $600 a week boost to weekly unemployment benefits. It is a tough debate. No easy answers for me. I believe the answer has to be we got to get people back to work. We have to get people back to work. We have to acknowledge that the virus is here. You have to be careful. And incidentally, back to the lesson of my friend, the president has urged everyone to wear a mask when you are in proximity to other people, if you can't socially distance. I was pretty mindful in my office. We wear a mask. Everybody has a mask in the office. But if I'm in the office with somebody, if I'm in an office setting and I'm 6, 7, 8 feet away, I take the mask off. Well, this particular coworker and friend, the other day, the day that they started feeling symptoms, that morning, I was in the office with them, about, I would say 7, 8 feet away, and I instinctively take the mask off. And that person even said at that time, because they always have a mask, and they've been taking it off too when you're 6 feet away. Person said, maybe we should put our masks back on. We're in the office. It's not a big office. We're in an enclosed area. We're 6, 7, 8 feet away. Maybe we should put our masks back on. I thought, okay. Later that day, that particular individual started feeling symptoms. And of course, I just kept thinking, dear Lord, please don't let me be the one that maybe gave it to this person. And I was so worried for this person, and I've been praying without ceasing. So the news about getting a negative test result back this morning for this person is such a godsend. Prayer works. Let's continue to pray for this country. Let's continue to lift each other up. Let's continue to try not to politicize where we can. The problem is we know that there's a political solution to much of what ails us. The president wants to open the country up. Republicans want to open the country up while protecting the vulnerable. That's the whole message behind our Job Creators Network Foundation partnership. Portions of our show brought to you by Job Creators Network Foundation. They've been partnering with doctors from around the country, giving Americans the facts about coronavirus. The facts are not in dispute. The American Academy of Pediatrics, which represents 67,000 pediatricians across America, released a statement strongly urging that any policy needs to start with the goal of having students physically present in school. Let's face it, this is a political equation. The Democrats don't want schools to open in the fall. We know this. The American Academy of Pediatrics reminds public officials and our elected officials to remember the well-being of children overall. Social isolation, depression, physical abuse, food insecurity, lack of physical activity, ineffective learning. To learn all about this, go to flattenthefear.com. The data matters. The fact is that large portions of our population should be getting back to living our lives, going back to work without fear, while protecting our elderly and our vulnerable. Go to flattenthefear.com.